I'm Ana Rodriguez. I'm the Digitization Coordinator and Registrar of the Rare Book and Manuscript Library.
My name is Ruth Ann Mowry, and I am the Visiting Curator of Rare Books and Manuscripts.
What inspired me to pursue a career in museums and archives, I think it was my interest in preserving knowledge, my interest in being of service to the community, being able to preserve history.
So for me personally, when I first started in special collections, my specialty was ancient history, and I knew that I wanted to swap it into something else where I would be able to interact with materials from the time period. And one of the deciding factors in that was the strength and the quality of the medieval manuscript collection here at the Rare Book Library.
This is the recipe box of Gwendolyn Brooks. This box is part of her papers here in the Rare Book and Manuscript Library. And this object is what we call in the library world, specifically in special collections, a realia.
So this is a facsimile of Sir Isaac Newton's alchemical manuscript. And what a facsimile means is it's an exact copy of the original. So the reason why this one is a facsimile is because the original of this manuscript is currently in conservation, having some tender love and care done to it so that we can preserve it for future generations. And beautiful facsimile done by conservation here. You can see that they have even put in the same wear marks and rips and tears in the paper that would have existed in the original.
I feel that I have connection with Gwendolyn Brooks because I also like baking. She's so important, especially here in Illinois. She was the first African American person in general to be awarded the Pulitzer Prize. And she's so respected, and her poetry work is so seminal to her literary career. So, and here in Illinois, we have a very deep appreciation for her work, even more that we have her papers here.
Everyone knows Sir Isaac Newton, and he's this huge figure in like the history of science and things like that. But you don't often get to see him like this. You see him in a printed work or a text. This is his handwriting. This is his notes. He's scratching out these words, and this object just has this beautiful aura to it that you don't get when you're looking at a printed text. Yes, his words are amazing, but it's not the same thing as looking at his actual handwriting and how he put words onto a page, and that he was human and crossed words out when he made errors just like the rest of us.
I get excited just pulling the specific recipes that I know that she wrote on paper with her handwriting. It's just fascinating to see her thought process at that time. That makes me feel like closer to her.
So one of the really fantastic parts about this job is that not only do I get to interact with these wonderful materials and primary sources and objects and all of these types of things, but I'm also able to help other people interact with them as well. This is especially important when we're talking about things that fall under shared cultural heritage. I mean, a lot of people don't get to experience these type of things if they don't know that it's available. And we really like having people come in and access the material, and it's freely accessible, it's publicly accessible. And so being able to facilitate those connections between people and make these meaningful moments for them or help them to happen is really rewarding, and it's really a fantastic aspect of my job.